Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2. Let's see what's going on. See what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. In life, I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living." Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything. I want to fall forward. I figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit. Without consistency, you'll never finish. So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test, was 9 dots. And you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box.
Never done that.
Don't be afraid to
It's too big for
think
me now.
outside the box. Don't be afraid to
send it to
fail
Google Drive and
big,
give them access to a
to
folder.
dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1,001st was the light bulb. Fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks, and I'm sure you've probably heard that before, but I want to talk to you about why that's so important. You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. Message for a graduation ceremony, but hey, I'm telling you, embrace it because it's inevitable. In the acting business, you fail all the time. Early on in my career, I auditioned for a part in a Broadway musical. Perfect role for me, I thought, except for the fact that I can't sing. I didn't get the job. But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. I walked out of there to prepare for the next audition and the next audition and the next audition. I prayed. I prayed and I prayed. But I continued to fail and fail and fail. But it didn't matter because you know what? There's an old saying, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're going to get a haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway. But here's the kicker. It was at the Court Theater. It was at the same theater that I failed that first audition 30 years prior. The point is, every graduate here today has the training and the talent to succeed. But do you have the guts to fail? If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. So imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on. The ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say. And now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes? I just got back from South Africa. It's a beautiful country, but there are places there with terrible poverty that need help. And Africa is just the tip of the iceberg. The Middle East needs your help. Japan needs your help. Alabama needs your help. Tennessee needs your help. Louisiana needs your help. Philadelphia needs your help. The world needs a lot, and we need it from you. We really do. We need it from you young people. I mean, I'm not speaking for the rest of us up here, but I know I'm getting a little grayer. We need it from you, the young people, because remember this. You got to get out there. You got to give it everything you got, whether it's your time, your talent, your prayers, or your treasures. What are you going to do with what you have? I'm not talking about how much you have. Some of you are business majors. Some of you are theologians, nurses, sociologists. Some of you have money. Some of you have patience. Some of you have kindness. Some of you have love. Some of you have the gift of long suffering, whatever it is, whatever your gift is. What are you going to do with what you have? All right, now here's my last point about failure. Sometimes it's the best way to figure out where you're going. Your life will never be a straight path. I began at Fordham University as a pre-med student. I took a course called cardiac morphogenesis. I couldn't read it, I couldn't say it, I sure couldn't pass it. So then I decided to go into pre-law, then journalism. And with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. I was a 1.8 GPA. And the university very politely suggested that it might be better to take some time off. I was 20 years old. I was at my lowest point. And then one day, and I remember the exact day, March 27th, 1975, I was helping my mother in her beauty shop. My mother owned a beauty shop up in Mount Vernon. And there was this older woman who was considered one of the elders in the town. And I didn't know her personally, but I was looking in the mirror, and every time I looked at the mirror, I could see her behind me, and she was staring at me. She just kept looking at me. Every time I looked at her, she kept giving me these strange looks. So she finally took the dryer off her head and she said something I'll never forget. She said, "Young boy, I have a prophecy, a spiritual prophecy." She said, "You are going to travel the world and speak to millions of people." And in the years that followed, just as that woman prophesied, I have traveled the world and I have spoken to millions of people. through my movies. Millions who up till this day couldn't see me, who up till this day I couldn't see while I was talking to them, and they couldn't see me. They could only see the movie. They couldn't see the real me. But I see you today, and I'm encouraged by what I see. And I'm strengthened by what I see. Because taking risk is not just about going for a job. It's also about knowing what you know and what you don't know. It's about being open to people and to ideas. The chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith that you have, that's what's going to define you. Never be discouraged. Never hold back. Give everything you got. And when you fall throughout life, remember this: fall forward.
Wow. Wow, wow. Wow. That was epic. That was epic. The man himself, Denzel Washington, a man who needs no introduction, guys. I'm going to tell you something about Denzel. Denzel's a very humble, fair individual. He's a great actor. He's a great father, husband. And there's not many like him. Not many like him at all. Unfortunately, a lot of the industry's been captured, as we know, by corruption, greed, and other things that unfortunately we can't talk about on here. But Denzel's an individual with integrity, and you can go down the list with all these words. I would highly recommend you going through and watching a lot of Denzel's speeches, his talks, his interviews. Him along with Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman, he's another great one, another one I like to listen to a lot. And they haven't been corrupted, and they just tell it like it is. And I wouldn't be surprised if Denzel was a Bitcoiner, to be honest with you. I know he really fancies himself on, not having materialistic possessions and being a materialistic person. However, I think it's easy to say when you have millions and millions of dollars. So respectfully, so I do think that Denzel owns some Bitcoin. But the message here, guys, that is really important is that you fall going forward. Not only in life, in Bitcoin, relationships, your careers, everything you do in life, always fall going forward. And if you fall, you get back up. You guys remember the old term. You get back up, you dust yourself off, and you keep on progressing forward. But somewhere along this timeline that we're living, we've lost that. We've lost the ability to take constructive criticisms. We've lost the ability to we're overly emotional. We allow every little thing affect us. And I don't think that's a good thing. I think that we've allowed the system and the media and the corruption slowly start to infiltrate its way into our minds and our lives. And sometimes we don't notice it. And that's why I talk about self-audits, guys. You can listen to something like this in the morning while you're getting ready, brushing your teeth, doing your hair, getting your kids ready. Put it on in the background and let it play. Let it marinate. Just think about what he's saying. You don't need to sit here and, remember the whole speech or anything, but it's enough of a talking point or talking points within this video to help make you kind of take a step back and just do some self-reflection on yourself. Because I understand that it's important to be a Bitcoiner. I think we all can agree that it's important to be a Bitcoiner. But some things we're going to get into today are going to be things like understanding the difference between a Bitcoin mindset and a fiat mindset. We also need to set ourselves up as educators, as innovators and builders, content creators. And if we're not teaching people in person, we have this beautiful thing called the internet, and we got a laptop, we got a camera, we got a gimbal. Not today, but you guys know. But we have the ability to be able to allow our voices to be heard and to echo out into the world. And this is powerful. And I think it's something we take very for granted. I think we just feel like we jump on YouTube, we can go live and we can send messages and photos and videos, and we just going through our progression. The advantage and the good thing about that is that it is mainstream now because it's so normal. But what are we going to do? We need to harness that power, harness the technology, harness the innovation, right? To be able to project these words we speak out into society, into the world, into all the little pockets in the corners of the world, the globe. And although I don't believe that this video will hit the masses, but I do believe and I do hope and pray that at some corner pocket of the world, someone stumbles upon these live streams or these videos, the Jerrys, the Jors, the backpackers, okay, the community, and stumbles upon them and it has enough courage to question, what is this? This is interesting. That's the first part. The second part is them being able to hit that keyboard and just say something. Don't just watch in the background. Say something. And that's powerful. That's technology. That's innovation. So, I would highly recommend starting your day every day with something motivational, something positive, just to really get your mind firing in the right way, because we're just surrounded by fear mongering and greed and media and an abundant amount of news. So that's something that I definitely think is important. And we got a couple people in the chat here. I appreciate you guys for sharing the live in the Signal and wherever else you're sharing it. Doesn't go unnoticed. I really appreciate it, guys. I want you guys to understand that this setup is going to be a little different in regards to how Jerry and George is, due to the fact that I'm rocking with some different software at the moment, but we will be progressing. We absolutely will be progressing forward in that. But until then, we roll with what we have, because that's what we do. So we got Lauren Stern in the chat. And Lauren Stern says, hello, backpacker. Lauren, long time no talk. How you doing, sir? You guys know Lauren. Lauren is doing his thing, making his videos. And I'm so proud that he's doing that. He said he was going to do it. He wasn't sure, but he did it. He took the leap of faith. And that's exactly what we're talking about here. He's in his lane. He can talk about things. I'm going to tell you guys something about Lauren real quick. Sorry. Lauren's got some stories. Now, respectfully so, some of those stories could potentially be private due to other people and his career and what he does. But he's got some stories. And man, I'll tell you what, I don't know if he'll ever run out of stories. But a couple of them I heard are insane. But Lauren is doing such a wonderful thing. He's an advocate for individuals who need it. He's sharing his life. He's stepping out of his comfort zones without doxing any more information, getting on an airplane was a very big step for Lauren to come to Las Vegas and to be able to meet people and come to the conference. And so that was amazing to hear that he was able to conquer that and step out of that comfort zone and say, we're doing it. And so I just want to give a lot of respect to Lauren for that. And he sat in the captain's chair. That was really, really cool. That was amazing. That was awesome. So I want to give a special shout out to Lauren, the man right there doing his thing. Jerry announced you were coming in at 8, not 7:30, so might be slow coming in. From Lauren. Yes, Lauren. Yes, I was still troubleshooting a little bit with this, but we roll with it. We're on the fly, and we're not going to let it stop us, right? And I appreciate you sending that out on the signal and everywhere else that we're going to be going live. So the important person here, Fanny Packer. Fanny Packer. You guys, Fanny cooked the most amazing dinner. It was a lasagna. She cooked the lasagna. So she crock potted it, and I took a picture of it. I didn't get to post it on the signal, but it was phenomenal. Anonymous did help. I do a little video. I have a video I'm going to throw together. I'll post that in Primal because you guys know that's where you find me. You'll find me in Primal. That's where I post my stuff. So you guys got to check that out. Jerry loves freedom. Jerry, love the opening. Yes, the opening. The opening was dope. When in doubt, you go with Denzel. Denzel is the man. I love it. And it helps curate those juices, getting those juices flowing. So, yeah, and you're right. It does make you think. It absolutely makes you think. So, yeah, and it's great advice. And we can all learn and take a note. We can all take a note, man, because we all stumble and fall and trip and fail. But we know failure's not failure. Failure is just growth. And failure is breaking out of the chains, right? Failure is breaking free from our comfort zones, because our comfort zones are boring if you really think about it after a while. We're just doing it's the monotony, the same thing. It's like the mundane. You're just kind of doing the same thing. So we got to break free from those comfort zones. You're welcome, Lauren. Who's that lady? That's BTC Fanny Packer. Yes, that's her. Yeah, she's doing her thing. You guys, if you guys can see what's going on in the background here, oh yeah, that'll be another live stream in itself. So, hello, legendary Jen. Do I not have this set up too? Let's see here. I'm hoping I can see everybody's chats. Let me see, top chat, live chat. There we go. I got to go to live chat. There we go. See, I told you we're going with the flow here, guys. Let me backtrack to Jimmy. Yo, is this the right place to find the Packer fam? Yes, it is. Live and direct in. It's not the Batcave, but it's definitely a tiny house. I got some people here with me.
Hi.
Who's this?
I'm BTC Flipper.
Oh, who's that?
I'm BTC Harper.
And I'm BTC now.
Wow. Check that out. Check that out. They're chilling. They're the bodyguards. They're making sure I'm not screwing everything up. That's for sure. They're gonna keep me in line.
Jen's here. Lauren's here.
Jen
You wanna say hi to
legendary.
Jen?
Hi, Jen.
Jerry dropping the fire. Vic shoots. Hey, brother, what's going on, Vic? Vic from San Diego. Vic is the weather out there is probably killer. I do miss that California weather. I'm not gonna lie. I do miss the California. That's the one thing about Cali I miss so much. Sin Diesel is in the house. Sensei.
Oh,
Hi, Sin.
Sin is in the house from Texas. Vic says, hi, Jen. Vic says, Lauren. Zaps. That's what's up. Lauren says, Sin, hello. Flippin' Hodler from Jen. Just giving you guys a shout out. And Anonymous jumps in. Yes, Anonymous. You know Anonymous. Stays true to his name. He's a low-key guy. Anonymous is like totally stays true to him. He's like chill. And so
yeah, they can meet the heifer too.
That's my baby.
and this
That's
is
my baby.
this is the heifer.
BTC Velma.
No, heifer.
Her name's Big V.
She's a Siamese calico. Yeah, she's a good girl.
She's a beauty.
Yeah, she's getting old,
Come on, Bubba's.
but she's a good cat. She's a good cat. She's part of the family. Yeah, Cali weather is the best. Flipper just smiled even bigger than she heard Sin's name. Yes, yeah, she loves Sin. Freaking neck is killing me. Flipper, hello, Hodler, hello from Lauren. Doing good, bro. Vic Shoe says, doing good, bro. Have the family in the house. Wife graduates tomorrow. Super excited. Wow, graduation. I'm assuming college. What's she graduating in? Let us know. Let us know. Speaking of zaps, how do we zap you, sir? That was a little bit of an issue. I don't have the option to put up overlays, but I believe it's BTC Fanny Packer at.
Oh, hold on, here you go.
At strike.me. I could pull up on my phone,
I don't know.
but it's BTC Fanny Packer at strike.me. So BTC Fanny Packer, spelled as is, at strike.me. Oh, my neck is killing me. It never rains in Southern Cali. I'll see you when I get there. Tony, yes. Tone. That's the man. Anon, hello. How do we zap you? We're getting that figured out, Jer. We're getting that figured out. Sin Diesel Flipper, congratulations for your wife, Vic. Yes, from Jenny.
I'm gonna do it right now. Here.
Wow, George looks so different after Steven's haircut. Yeah, Blunt Man Steven, killing it in Las Vegas. Dog grooming services, and he's mobile. So if anybody's in Vegas or passing through, Blunt Man, you guys got to go check him out. Killing it. He is a very busy man. So gotta get an appointment, and he does accept sats. So absolutely. Michelle. Hey Packers. Hey Michelle, how are you? Thank you for stopping by. It's good seeing you. Jenny. Michelle. She's getting her master's degree in social work. Wow. You know the cool thing about social work is it's such a broad spectrum of things you can do. When you get into social work, it's kind of like if you get like a business degree, right? It's very broad. You can get into so many different sectors, and then you can get different certificates along with the social work degree, and I have some family members that are in social work, and they kill it. They kill it.
Do you have to put .me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And so, Michelle, how are you? From Lauren. Sin, go zap. Lauren says, nice, Vic shoots. Sin Diesel says, congrats to the missus, Vic. And Michelle says, fire. And then I got a wallet check notification, people. I got a wallet check notification. I got to see what's going on here. I'm trying to multitask. I do have male brain, and we know we're not able to multitask as good as females. Yes, I said it live and direct. Wow. I got a 7 sat zap for testing. And we got a 12, 3, 4, 5. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from Woof Woof, which I believe is going to be Nico. And then because we are a low tech here, I got to put my banner up. And my banner, hold on, I got to click some buttons. My banner's coming through. Oh, there it goes. There's my banner. You guys like that? There's my banner. I can't take credit for this, guys. This is Fanny Packer.
No, it's Jerry and Fanny Packer.
This is Jerry and Fanny Packer. What do you guys think about that? This is authentic.
That's good. That's a good banner.
I think I just need to tape it.
Yeah.
Like right here. That's so classic.
Let me staple it to you.
She's gonna staple it to me. Let's put that back here. Let's see. I don't know if that's gonna work.
Might be a little far.
Might just have to hang it up.
Might be a little bit far out.
All right. We'll figure it out as we go, guys. Zap cheat code posted above. Pizzle. Thanks, everyone. Grueling journey, but will pay off. Wife is badass and resilient. Yeah, she is. If she's gone through that much schooling and being a mother, a wife, and going through schooling, I'm gonna tell you what. Any parent, but especially a mama, that's a mama bear right there to the fullest. You got to respect that. You got to take this hat off. Michelle from Jerry, yes. Hands off my sats. Jenny says 7 sats from the future. I appreciate the zaps, guys. That means so much. That feels amazing. Michelle, laughing emojis. Yeah. That's awesome. You guys like that little sign? That's so classic. I love it. That's great. Only the highest of tech here. Yeah, exactly, Lauren. Highest of technology. So I don't know if some people... Michelle says, yes, Fanny. Killing it. I don't know if you guys were able to see the video in the beginning of the intro video, Denzel, but it was definitely a good one. After the stream, I suggest you go back and watch that. Just to sum up on that, we just basically talked about being able to, when you wake up in the mornings, have positive thoughts, positive energy, play something in the background, positive motivation to help set your day, set that tone for the day. It's really important because that's what Bitcoiners do. That's what Bitcoiners do, guys. You need a bigger one. Oh, wait. Isn't that what she said? That is. How'd you know, Jerry? All right, so we're going to go. Let's see here. We're going to check out the time chain calendar. We're at block height 949,578. You can get 1,265 Satoshis for one piece of toilet paper that has XRP, Caspa, Ethereum, USD, poop coin, and everything else you can think of putting on a roll of toilet paper to wipe your know what. And we're just trucking along, guys. Bitcoin's doing its thing. We're ranging between 62,000 and 82,000. It's a big range. It's a big channel. And we don't do projections on here. You guys know that. But one thing I will say is that although it's fun to speculate price and the direction of Bitcoin, it is fun. You know, some people don't like doing it, but I think it's fun to do. Because at the end of the day, we know we're in it for the long haul. And, you know, and we know it's going up forever, Laura. But Bitcoin is in a range, and it's going back and forth. It's hit resistance and support levels for the past a couple months now, and I projected to do that for quite some time. We'll crab market for a little bit. Tell us how you feel about Shitcoins, Backpacker. Oh, wait, you did in your video today, didn't you? Yes, I did, Lauren. And if you guys haven't watched that video, you guys need to go check it out. I went off. I might have broke a record. I don't know. I should have had a counter about how many times I said shitcoin in that video. But it was a good one. I've been wanting to do that one for a while. And we'll talk about that one a little bit as well. Caspa is Trent here. Trent is the king of Caspa. He holds a lot of it. A lot of Caspa. Spaceman. Hello, fam. Spaceman is in the house. What's going on, Spaceman? Spaceman. Actually, it's funny. Do you remember when I first set this up, I was down in Vegas at Jerry's, and you were the only one in the live helping me troubleshoot some things? That was awesome, man. I really appreciate that. You can officially say you were the first ever to be in a Backpacker live stream. So that's kind of cool. Sovereign Stacker. Let's go, boys. Sovereign Stacker. What's going on? Lauren Stern. Spaceman. Hello. Spaceman and his loyal dog. I love that. Hello, Lauren. And Spaceman says nice. Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. The table. I got to reinforce the legs on this table because this stuff's getting heavy over here. Things are getting heavy over here. We got some zaps coming in. Happy Friday, Packer fan from Spaceman. A 2468. Who do we appreciate? All you guys. Thank you so much. 7 sats from Hands Off My Sats from Jenny. And from Jerry Loves Freedom, a 1789. Tell me what happened that year, and I'll send you another one.
Look, you've got a fancier banner.
Oh, look at that. Wow. Innovation. You know, if you go back to old YouTube videos, they used to do stuff like this. They'll put like signs in the background and stuff because they didn't have like banners and like OSB and all this stuff like StreamYard that we have now. So it's kind of funny. We're bringing it back. We're bringing sexy back, guys. Here from the Visionaries community. Sovereign Stacker, hey, what's going on, man? I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, I've seen you in there. I don't post much in there, but I'll share my videos and stuff. And so I appreciate you stopping by. That's great. Yeah, I love that community. The Bitcoiners for Freedom group and the Visionaries. I mean, if you wanted to be in the right places, that's where you need to be. Absolutely. Gotta bounce for a bit. We'll try to catch you before you sign off. Love y'all. Sin Diesel, have a good one.
Bye, Sin.
We all love you, brother. Be safe. Give the missus love for us. Thank God it's Friday. Cheers. Yes, it is. It is definitely Friday. Friday, and I'm trying to stay hydrated. Better the stuff's getting heavy than the stuff's getting deep.
Oh, oh, you're like a deep.
Fanny likes that one. That's Sovereign Stacker. Welcome. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate it. We're already 36 minutes into this. It's crazy how time flies. When you're in this position, you're talking, you're reading chat, and you're doing all your stuff, you're like, where's time going? Time's flying. But it flies because we have fun. And I'm having a blast being here with you guys. So let's see what we want to get into a little bit. So that video was really kind of to set the premises of today. I did drop a couple of videos. I have some videos in queue. I got a video premiering tomorrow. I got a video also premiering on Sunday, and I put one out today. So we got 3 back-to-back-to-back videos. I'll also be posting one midweek and also be doing another live next week. But you guys also don't forget. And on Sunday, we're doing the Truth at Work podcast where we let our hair down. We're dropping the sauce. You guys know us. We're chilling. Okay. So we're going to have a lot of stuff to cover this Sunday on the Truth at Work podcast because there's a lot of stuff that happened this week. So I want to get into kind of a funny video real quick before we get into some more real stuff. I don't know if you guys seen those Waymos, those
Come in.
you want. So
There you go.
we read all these, but do you want to read some of the chats when they come up?
Yeah.
Okay. So I seen those Waymo cars, and it was just kind of a funny random video. It has nothing to do with today, but I do want to share it because I thought it was pretty funny. And so I'm going to share this with you guys real quick.
Be careful when you walk. Ooh, what's your shirt say?
Guys, check this out. These Waymos are going in circles because they're all confused. This is AI at its finest. Thank God your kid's not on the street. They're just going back and forth. It's a glitch. It's a glitch in the matrix or something.
Waymo after Waymo after Waymo enter this dead-end street, usually early in the morning.
I think yesterday morning we had 50 cars that came through between 6 and 7.
They even shared video with us when neighbors used this little guy to put him right out here in the street to block the Waymos from getting into the cul-de-sac, and you can imagine what happened next.
And we had at 1.8 Waymos that were stuck trying to figure out how to turn around.
The Waymos are empty and not picking anyone up. Parents are worried, not only calling it excessive, but dangerous.
We're families, we have small kids, we have animals and pets, we've got kids getting on the bus in the mornings, and it just doesn't feel safe to have that traffic.
Neighbors reached out to Waymo and have not got a response. They've also contacted their council member, representatives, and GDOT. Don't know what to do.
We would just like to see them stay on main traffic roads. I don't think there's any reason to be on small residential cul-de-sacs if they're not picking up somebody.
All right. So there's a reason why I showed this, okay? Well, first of all, what do you I think I'm getting like flashbacks or something. I'm getting flashbacks. Hold on. So, what do you think about that video of those cars driving around everywhere?
I don't really know. I feel like I feel like they don't know what they're doing. Like, it's Uber, so I'm pretty sure you should be picking up somebody or something. Like, what are they doing? Like, they don't have anybody to pick up.
I know. So those are like electric cars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just drive like there's no driver in them. They just pick people up.
Yeah.
What do you think about that in general? Do you like?
I don't know. I think it's like I think I would never have a car like that. I feel like it's really unsafe, and I definitely would not like anybody a car picking me up.
I agree. But listen, guys, we're so worried about quantum computing. We can't even have AI Waymo cars figure it out. And we're worried about quantum computing. I think after watching that video, I don't think you need to worry about quantum computing. Okay? I don't know where all the quantum computing bugs went because there was a lot of them for quite some time and now they're not even here. So yeah. Jerry Loves Freedom says,
the prettiest girl in the world.
wow,
Thank you,
look at
Jerry.
that. Lauren says, Hodler, how can I book a call to see if I'm stacking hard enough?
Well, I think we just have to figure that out because I don't have one yet.
Hold on.
But I think someone does.
Come here.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
know how-
somebody does. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody does. So yeah.
How do they tune into the show? What number could they call?
In order to get a hold of you and Hodler and everything.
281-DDO-8004.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah,
Can you
one more
repeat
time.
that?
281-DDO-8004.
Oh, gangster.
Wow. You guys heard it. There we go.
Either scoot to the back or
1789. What's 1789, Jerry? Jerry's asking me live and direct. Let's see. The birth of a new nation, the United States. We won the Revolutionary War, sir. We won the Revolutionary War. And this 4th of July is going to be epic. The French War. Yes. Live. Yes. We're doing it live. Exactly. Yeah, those Waymo cars are freaking hilarious. That was so funny when I seen that. That was so funny. But you guys know, and we talked a little bit about this on Jerry's, but Cynthia Lummis is dropping the sauce, guys. She is so based. And the crazy thing about Lummis is I don't know if any other congressmen or women have laser eyes on their accounts or profiles. And she does. And when she speaks about Bitcoin and sovereignty and all this stuff, like she knows what she's talking about. It's not like you don't get a sense of like, oh, okay, she's reading off script or whatever. No, she's definitely doing her thing. She's definitely doing her thing. So on a couple of my videos that I have posted, one of my videos was about being an educator, educating people, holding people's hands, being available. The interesting thing about us as Bitcoiners is that I think we're very grateful and blessed to be in the position we're in. We're very grateful and blessed to have been able to be this much further ahead than other people. And I think that comes with a lot of responsibility as well. Now, I don't like the term orange pilling. And I know that's, obviously that's the term that's used within the space. Orange pilling to me is kind of like really trying to force something down somebody's throat. And I don't like the orange pill terminology. But what I do like is taking that orange pill ideology and transforming that into being able to help an individual understand not only the fiat-based system that's broken and corrupt and Bitcoin as well, but helping them to just overall be a good person. And what I mean by that is teaching them how to budget, teaching them how to not be consumers, because as a consumer, you're falling victim to the debt-based system, to the system, that system that wants you to be a consumer and just buy goods and services. Because we don't need much. We don't need much at all. Our footprint needs to be minimized like 10 times over. There's things that we need and things that we want. I mean, stuff I teach my kids, and most adults don't understand needs versus wants. They all want the dopamine hits, that feel good. I need to go buy my coffee, and I need to go get that subscription. I need to buy the new pair of shoes. I need to keep up with the Joneses. We've heard of all this, but then people bitch and complain about why I'm in the position I'm in. I'm in debt. I got to work a 40+ hour a week. You've became victim to the system because it's engulfed you. Now you have to play by their rules because you didn't have the power or the knowledge to be able to sidestep that and say, no, I think I'm going to control and dictate what I want to do today. I'm going to control and dictate what I want to buy. I'm going to control and dictate what I want to listen to here, right? I want to be with my children, my kids. I want to raise them. I don't want to be an absent parent. And that rolls into the debt, the debt spiral, credit cards. So that's in one of my videos. I broke it down really nice, a lot more well put together in one of my videos. So that one will be coming out. Jor is in the house. Jor for the score. Jor's in the house.
Hi, Jor.
Jor. What's up, Jor? What you sipping on, my man? I just got hydration going on, sir. No Guinness for me tonight. Jor, write this down in the history books. Yes. Yeah. Save the date, ladies and gentlemen. Save the date. Hey, Backpacker, are you spinning the wheel to give away Jerry Sats? Unfortunately, we're not doing the wheel on this stream. We are not doing the wheel. I got a lot of things I got to get figured out on my end. But unfortunately, we will not be doing the wheel. But you can send your customer service claims to Jerry at Jerry Let's Freedom and see if he chimes in on those. I heard Jerry will send out 10K for every spin tonight. Exactly. Hardly, your head is blocking the sign. Oh, let's see. How are we doing this here? How are we doing this here? We got low tech. Low tech. Just got home. Had a few whiskeys with my grandma. I like your grandma. You had a few whiskeys with grandma? That's so dope. It's like, come on, grandma, let's sit down. Let's have some few whiskeys. Let's shoot the shit. The question is, sir, is your grandma a Bitcoiner? I'm assuming she is. She might be. She might be. Great video today, brother. I enjoyed it. Thanks, Joy. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was a good one. I really wanted to try to structure that one a certain way, and it took a lot of mind and brain power to make sure I delivered that message the right way. I'm trying to get a little more critical on delivering my delivery on my videos from when I first started. And now I'm just trying to really build them out with nice, good framework so I can deliver them properly. It's kind of a critical thing, but it's just kind of a goal I had for myself to be able to articulate myself in a good way to deliver a message that I know in my head I want to try to get out, but I need to do it verbally. So yeah, absolutely. George says, hi, Hodler. Oh,
Hi.
Did you? Let me see. Wow, you wrote that. You got nice writing.
Thank you.
Wow. Look at that. That's a hell of a lot better than I would have did. You don't want to see my writing. You don't want to see my writing at all. But so that's what I've been trying to work on lately. I guess we could talk about some of the happenings in the Packer family, right?
Yeah.
We're wrapping up the school year with the kids, homeschooling. So the kids are going to be on summer break here pretty soon. They usually get off about a month before the regular school system because we really cram a lot of education down. So they get a nice long summer, and so do we. So do we. So we put in the work, and it's a lot of work, but we reap the rewards of gaining an extra 30 days of kind of chill relaxation before we jump back into the school year around August or so. So the kids have been doing great. They're going to be wrapping their school up pretty soon here. I started my work basically the 1st of April, killing it, doing my thing there, mowing lawns for Sats. I finally officially put I accept Bitcoin on my invoices when I send them out to my clients. I am going to be giving a percentage off if they do pay in Satoshis. Hopefully that works. If they inquire about it, probably will go meet them in person and have a sit down with them opposed to a phone call. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm really excited about that. And we'll see what transpires. And even if nothing transpires, that's fine. I just registered with BTC Maps, my business. I'm waiting for their approval so I can get put on the map. So that way, our lawn service can be on there. And Fanny is starting her work. So things are really starting to happen. The winter was crazy because Fanny had her knee surgery, and, so she was, laid up, and I was, working. And so things were a little tight, but now things are kind of really unraveling. She's killing it with her knee. She's running around like she's 20 years old. You guys should have seen her at the conference. She was like a wild woman. She was dragging the kids all over. Well, the kids, she wasn't dragging them, but the kids they were all over the place. She was at every booth. We couldn't keep up with her. Jerry's looking around going, "Where's Fanny? Where's Fanny at?" I said, "Fanny's doing her thing. Fanny's doing her thing." So she had a blast. She was loving it. So, yeah. So, let's see. Jen, Jerry Loves Freedom. Jen, laughing emojis. Yes. Jerry Loves Freedom says, "I'm on Fremont Street." Jenny says, "I love it." What are you doing on Fremont Street, sir? What are you doing on Fremont?
Making that
He is
making that shmoney.
Jerry's making that shmoney, guys.
For Sats.
That guy is dashing hard. Cannot keep up with Fanny at all. Yes.
Like that, huh?
Right, Lauren? She was all over the place. It was so much fun.
My ADHD might have just possibly kicked in. I don't know.
Right. It definitely kicked in. But
Me and Toga were on another, Flipper were on another level.
her and Flipper were just going. It was wild. Thanks for giving me the day off, backpacker. Absolutely, Jerry. So for anybody who doesn't know, I think Jerry stated this on his streams. We're going to try to do our best to, I wouldn't say split shifts, but we're going to do our best to try to, if he can't do a stream, I'll jump in and do the stream. If he can do the stream, he'll do the stream. As you guys well know, I'm doing my best to try to build up my channel. I'm trying to implement more lives, kind of get more rounded as an educator. And there we go.
That's why I was running around to get all that free shit.
Yeah.
Oh, stuff.
And so we're just trying to. I'm just trying to be more rounded within my channel. I plan on doing, some slide-based content soon, eventually. I have about 25 or 30 presentations in queue at the moment as we speak that I've built up over a period of time before I even started doing my lives. And so those are really geared towards Bitcoin 101 for that fiat entry-level Bitcoiner. So for us who are seasoned veterans in the space, is probably not going to be for us in regards to learning, but maybe there is something there you might learn. But it's a slide-based format, and so that'll be pretty cool. I'll be rolling those out. If I don't do them live, I'll do them in a video, and post it. So we'll kind of see how that goes. Yeah, Jerry's definitely earning those sats, Lauren. Lauren says, "I have the same cup, hodler." Yeah, she got the little hodler.
This is my baby.
That was next to Natalie Brunell's table, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Hodler's cup is better, Lauren. Yeah. I love your assistant. Yes, I do too. Is that Bitcoin panties? It is Bitcoin. Is that Bitcoin panties?
Yeah, this is Bitcoin for panties.
Bitcoin for panties. Wow. They're not a sponsor of the show, by the way. But So that's just a little bit about what's going on in our life, and a little bit what's going on with my channel. Like I said, I appreciate you guys coming in, leaving comments, sharing, liking it. I never realized how, as an educator or creator, how much it really means to have positive, good people and engagement in your videos, especially when you're starting out. I'm a small fish in a big pond, and I'm just trying to stay in my lane. I'm trying to deliver what I know best. So it does mean a lot when I see, comments like that in there. And I feel like I wish I can do more, but right now I'm just trying to focus on consistency with you guys. So, yeah, exactly. Sorry, did you say fly-based content? Jerry is already doing that, or did you say slide-based content? Yeah, slide-based content, not OnlyFans content here, guys. No OnlyFans here. That depends on if they lose any chicken, Lauren. Oh my God, the chicken story. Yeah, we'll leave that one alone. And Jerry says 1,000 subs. Yes, Jerry has been a blessing. He's a friend. He's family. Jerry's family. Started off as a friend, but he's family. Jerry has been a great role model and influence to not only myself and my family, but also continuously driving to push me to create content, be the best person. He's constantly on me to get to 1,000 subs. He's constantly on me to post on my promo. He's constantly on me to make videos. He's constantly calling me all hours at 11 o'clock at night. Backpacker, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just chilling, bro. One eye open. He's like, are you studying? I'm like, yeah, I'm studying. Jerry's constantly on me, but it's all love. It's all positive. He's putting my feet to the fire. And I respect that, and I appreciate that a lot. Jenny says, speaking of Fanny, I still haven't found my freaking bowl of chili. The bowl of chili? What bowl of chili?
I don't know. Did Nico eat it?
Did Nico? Blame it on the dog. Of course. How does Backpearl only have 120 subs? Who hasn't subscribed yet? I know. And I am very appreciative of 120 subs. Absolutely. I just got some zaps in, guys. Wow. This is very very overwhelming for me, actually, to be honest. 1845, which I believe is from Sin. And he says, Pastor Pizzle. I love the Pastor Pizzle. That's awesome. Sin, man, with the verbal jiu-jitsu. He's killing it. Receive for your first live. Oh, wow.
Am I reading that correctly?
Hold on. I don't know who this is from. Wow. I just received 123,456 Satoshis, and the message says, for your first live with a heart, orange heart emoji. Wow. I'm blessed. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I think it's crazy. I mean, you have just such good luck.
Thank you so much for whoever did that. That really I will not get emotional on this live, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know this. That means a lot. We also got a 1789 from Jerry Loves Freedom. At Hodler with a heart. Wow, guys.
We have a guest. Jerry's in the house.
Wow, I'm blessed.
Jerry's in the house.
We are blessed.
Hold her.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, hold on, everybody.
We got some we got some guests.
Jerry's a little wild.
Stop acting up.
So this is Jerry. If you don't know why we call him Jerry, I think
so you gotta hold him like this.
I'm getting attacked.
Like this.
This is Jerry. See the hair?
You see the resemblance.
Get out of here, Bummer.
This is Jerry. He's all black.
And then this is Boots.
No, it's not.
Lady of the Night, because she has fur on her legs.
This is Lady of the Night.
She's not my favorite, but I love her so. she's just a baby.
We're bringing chickens in the show, guys.
Let's grab one.
We got chickens going on. It's so funny.
They're cutie patooties.
I looked in all his hiding spots too. Lost a bowl of chili 2 days ago. I can't find it.
Still?
Yes,
Oh my
exactly.
goodness.
Okay. Fanny knows what's going on. I think I missed that. I think I missed it.
She had a bowl of chili, and when she turned around, the whole bowl of chili was gone.
Oh, okay.
And Nico steals her food,
Oh,
and then goes and hides it like in her closet, in the washroom.
okay.
And you said I was blaming it on the dog.
Thank you
Thank
to
you.
whoever sent those. Wow. Yes,
Maybe the
guys.
next week we'll come back.
Wow, that is that's a lot,
Bye-bye.
man. That's going in the reserve for sure. It's going to these guys. That's who it's going to. It's going to these guys. At least your chickens are live. Yes, they are. Yes, our chickens are not on the counter. Our chickens are live in the flesh and feathers,
And not rotting maggots.
and not rotting. Not
And
rotting.
tell them about how we think we're gonna borrow George's idea and then just have a camera going with the chickens.
We might go with yours idea. I think you told us. So we're gonna put a camera where the chickens sleep and stuff. And then when the chickens come up, they can like peck at the camera and stuff. So I think that'd be pretty cool. It's gonna be a live BTC.
So
chicken.
how Jor does the ducks, we should do the chickens.
Yeah.
You might be onto something there.
Yeah.
Saint Broseville. I don't know. Maybe that might be Saint Brosy. No one's stated it in the chat, and so it must be.
Oh.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, it is. Pulling out all the stops. Yes, Spaceman. Yeah. Lauren says Jen's going to have the flies next. I hope not. I hope not, Jen. I rebuke you, Lauren. Lauren says, sorry, Jen. Jerry says, hey, Jerry. Haha, Lauren. Yeah. So, yeah, those are the chickens. I totally forgot to talk about the chickens. We got chickens. We got the chicken coop going. So we're going to be getting eggs pretty soon. It's just one step closer to not needing to buy store-bought eggs or anything like that when we can just, we volunteer at the food bank and we spend about,
Wait, so we get.
I would say less than $100 a month on groceries for our household. And we get a lot of groceries, guys. And we're able to they have food scraps there, which some farmers come to pick up for goats. And we'll take our food scraps at home that we don't eat, that we normally throw in the garbage, but we take some food scraps from the food bank and we put them on top of our car, in a tote. And when we drive home, we dump it into the chickens and we give them food. And that's saving sats. That's less money we have to spend on chicken feed and all that other stuff. So we find ways to utilize the tools we have available to maximize, our lifestyle, our living. We're pretty simplistic. We're pretty minimal, right? I mean, we're not big consumers. We find ways to make do. And that's just part of being sustainable and sovereign, because when you can be sustainable, you're sovereign. When you can do things for yourself, you're sustainable and sovereign. Like we make our own cheese, we make our own butter, we make our own cottage cheese, we make our own breads, we make our own. I mean, we make
Cream cheese.
Yeah, cream cheese.
Butter.
Yeah.
Kefir.
Our kefir. If you guys don't know what kefir is, it's a probiotic that is substantially 100 times better than yogurt. And we make all this stuff. And so that's what we do. That's how we are able to live a simple lifestyle. Let's see. Hey Jay, hi Lauren. Fanny, check your message. Oh, Fanny's not here right now. She's outside.
She's outside with the chickens.
She's outside with the chickens. Self-sufficiency. Exactly, Lauren. Self-sufficiency. It's so important to be self-sufficient. Like, I don't know. And if you guys want to put it in the chat, you can. But, I would say that I would assume most people here live in a city. I for sure minus Jor. I know that much. But we live out in the country and It's simple math, okay? You figure out in your life how to live more simple or how to make more money, okay? The math is really simple. What's your expense? What's your cost of living? How much money do you make? It's the most simple math, right? You have a lifestyle you want to live, and only you know what that lifestyle is. I think the issue that I have is that most people and the situations that they're put in are self-inflicted due to, reckless spending habits, or like they're just not disciplined. And one thing that Bitcoin, I believe, and I'll speak for all of us, I would say that's taught all of us, is it's taught us how to be able to think outside of the box. It's also taught us to understand the value of our time. And with that comes rolls into great things. Like we said earlier, it allows us to be able to understand that we don't need to partake in this broken system. It doesn't mean we need to spend all of our sats and pay all of our bills in Satoshis and do it. It doesn't mean that. I mean, if you choose to do that, then that's up to you. But what it does is it just kind of grounds us. It just grounds us and makes us realize that, like, relationships, life, you guys, and the communities are the most important thing. And, I will be 100% honest. Until Bitcoin came into our life, we're very Buddhist by nature. We are Buddhist. We believe in Buddhist principles and Buddhist practice. And so we've been doing that for 10, maybe 12, about 10 or 12 years now. And, I'm not anti-religion. I'm not, because I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I just don't believe in organized religion. And but the thing is when we are able to bridge that into the Bitcoin principles and then bridge that into life, it's almost like it supercharged us as people. It allows us to understand that it's not the amount of people you have in your life, it's the quality of people you have in your life, right? It's not needing everybody to know your name, but the people that do know your name are solid and know, like, hey, this is a good person. That's way more important than just trying to go to the masses and you're just this figure, this person, like with Denzel Washington, right? Earlier, right? With Denzel earlier, everybody knows his name. You know what I mean? But he was not like everybody else. He didn't sell his soul to the system. Keanu Reeves comes in a definite close second. If not, Keanu could potentially be number one. But Keanu is not a great. He's not as good as Denzel in regards to delivering messages. From a humble standpoint, I think Keanu Reeves might take the cake over Denzel in regards to, like, just being a genuine, humble person. And so those people, still exist. And so, but the industry, the movie industry and the music industry, in particular, the music industry, is just absolutely corrupt. It's definitely an extension of the system, because it definitely appeals to a lot of the younger crowd with a lot of the explicit music and the verbiage they use in the music. Hey, what do you think about the music that we allow you guys to listen to compared to, like, the music that a lot of the, like, woke kids in schools and stuff listen to?
I think it's way better. Well, I couldn't say that because I don't know what they listen to, but I think it's way better because we do listen to the music, but we also listen to a lot of Buddhist
Come closer.
Buddhist talk and Jor and Jerry. So I think it's really good.
So you listen to a lot of positive stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what's important. And especially with you guys, with your kids and your families and stuff, it's if you don't have the ability, for the parents out there, if you don't have the ability or the luxury, because it is a luxury, to be able to homeschool your kids and to be able to be with them around the clock, which is a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. It's not easy. It's a lot of work, but if you have the ability, you can supercharge that by introducing them and educating them on what we like to call old school, the old school mindset, the old school thinking, the old school TV shows, the Andy Griffiths and the Little Rascals and the things like that, right? Little House on the Prairie, all those shows had messages. They all, at the end of the day, every time you watched a show, there was a message embedded in that show. There was something to learn. There was a lesson. Now that's lost. No shows have lessons or anymore. It's just a bunch of slop, and they just want you to continue watching. It doesn't go anywhere. It's just dead content. And so I would respectfully say the same with music, because you guys listen to a lot of oldies, Motown, right? Stuff like that, classic rock. They listen to all the stuff that we were raised on, or our grandparents were raised on. And so that's just part of supercharging your children at a young age to teach them the right way. Because what happens is when these kids get older and they've already been, I would say, indoctrinated, you have to undo what has been done to them in the indoctrination centers. And they volunteer, they homeschool, they work, they have chores, they have responsibilities. They don't get to just sleep and do whatever they want to do. They don't get to dictate and control anything. But it's not about saying, I'm an authoritative figure, listen to me, I'm your father or I'm your mother. It's not about that. It's about guiding them. And when they deviate, which they're going to do, then we just help realign them. Because as Bitcoiners, we're going to pass one day. Where's our Bitcoin going? Who are you going to hand it to? Now, you can hand it to somebody, but were they brought up? Do they have enough knowledge, and do they have the right mindset to continue that Bitcoin legacy on? Or is it just a number go up technology for them? And that's an important thing to ask yourself, is that when you transfer that Bitcoin over to your next of kin, your next generation, your upbringing, whoever, are they going to be able to continue to carry that torch? These kids are. These kids understand the value of materialistic items, needs, and wants. And although it may sound simple and elementary, if that was the case, why is 98% of society in the situation they're in? It's not so elementary when you think about it like that. So it's up to us to continue carrying forward. Let me read up some comments here. Self-sufficiency. Lauren says self-sufficiency, yes. Packer. Jenny says Packer. So Jenny says, I got tired of spending $5 to $7 on green onions, so I replanted those suckers. I've gotten 3 harvests so far. Exactly, Jen. Exactly. Right?
Yes.
It's those small steps. You can plant those onions and they will continue to grow for years to come. I got some out in our front yard that Fanny planted. They're going on like 5 years now. And they're like thick and strong, and they're just like massive, and they're delicious. I haven't bought green onions in I don't know how long. Even regular onions. We haven't bought regular onions in I don't know how long. And if you do the math, calculate the math over a period of time. It's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to save. But that is you taking life into your own hands and saying, here's the problem. What's the solution? Right? We all like to point out the issues and the problems in the world. We can go nonstop. But what are you doing to be the solution? And that's, as Bitcoiners and as innovators and as architects and as educators, that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. I love hearing that, Jen. Lauren says, nice, Jen, worth the time. Absolutely. That's 100% worth the time. Absolutely. And if you started off with organic, it's just going to continue an organic process. Religion killed Jesus. Yeah, it did. It really did. It's really sad. I know that's a sensitive subject. We're not going to deep dive too far into that, but I don't like organized religion. I believe everybody has the right to believe in what they want, but I do think that there's a difference between being a believer in a religion and then adopting principles as a practice that can kind of work together with that. And that's what we do. Jen says, yes, Lauren, and I haven't killed them off yet. Yeah, they're pretty resilient, Jen. Just keep them watered. And in the winter, you can just chop them down and they'll keep on coming back. And they'll come back. They'll come back like with vengeance next year. It's awesome. I love it. The kids go out there, they snip them. You know, mom goes, oh, get me some green onions. They go out there, snip them, bring them inside. They love it. It's so awesome. BTC Clips. Hey, Backpacker and family. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. How are you doing? It's good seeing you. How'd you find the channel? Fanny Packer says, hi, BTC Clips. Fanny Packer says, yay, Jen, glad it worked out. Yeah, absolutely. Lauren says, BTC Clips, hello. Jen says, I'm using those weekly savings on Caspa. Caspa's, man, I tell you what, those people that are in Caspa, like really, like they're off the hook. I think they're a little more batshit than XRP people. It's kind of fun though. I love going in their lives every once in a while and just kind of being like a troll. I do it for fun. I know I shouldn't do that, but it's my weekly entertainment. Fanny says, Jen, I wipe my butt with Caspa toilet paper. Yeah, we do. We have Caspa toilet paper. We have XRP toilet paper, Caspa. We rotate it so it's evenly wiped throughout the shitcoin universe. Jen says, Fanny Packer, well, I need a TP too. Yeah. You guys got to get a bidet. We have a bidet and it's been like legendary. I don't know what's wrong with Western civilization. We're like so like jaded on like bidets and stuff. Like the rest of the world has it figured out. And in America, we're just like, hey, like wipe your butt with like dry sheets of toilet paper. And when you really think about it, like, not to get a bit graphic here, but like if you're like picking up your dog's like, you know what, and you got it on your hand, do you just wipe it off with paper or do you like wash your hand? Think about it. So why don't we do that with the bidet and using the restroom? I'm just saying, guys. I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm just kind of bringing over like technology that does currently exist and saying, hey, I think we're doing things backwards here a little bit. Jen says, I have one, but I'm hesitant to use it. Not sure I want cold water on my hiney. Jen, when you hit your first bullseye, I'm telling you what, it's a game changer. I'm just saying. Lauren says, if it was not for Trent, I would not know of Caspa and all of its possibilities. Yeah, Trent is definitely the king Caspa holder. He holds more. He's up there probably in the top 5 Caspa holders, I think, of all time. Yeah, he's really into it. Yeah, he kills it on there. He's definitely. If you guys want to know more about Caspa, you guys got to get a hold of Trent. Absolutely. Fanny Packer says bullseye. Yes, she knows. She hears me in the bathroom. We have an ODP policy here. I'm just letting you guys know behind the scenes. We have a door to our bathroom, yes, but we also have a curtain, and we're just openly having open communication between everybody in the house, just like it's the thing to do, you know. And Jenny says bullseye. Yes, exactly, bullseye. So, a lot going on in the news, guys. The disaster over in the Middle East. We're not going to get too much into that today, but it is a complete and utter you-know-what show. But it needs to be done. It needs to be done. And we have the right man in charge to do it. And it's not going to end anytime soon. So just get used to it. whether you're a supporter of it or not. Being in the news every day and trying to, stay up to date on a daily basis can get very tiring. So I suggest you monitor accordingly for your mental health. Be in the know. Don't keep your head in the sand, but be in the know and just, don't allow it to consume you, because it's important that we, stay focused, know what's going on, but don't let it to overtake you from, from being the best version of you. Bidets would stop the future use of the dollar once Bitcoin takes over. Yeah, I mean, you can have bidet miners. You turn the bidet on, you start stacking sats, right? You got like a little side wallet. That'd be so legendary. We laugh about it now, but we have no idea what's to come. If you're on Fremont Street eating, you're not stacking hard enough.
That's right.
I'm not on Fremont Street. Who's there?
Jerry.
Jerry. I think he's dashing though. I don't know. I'm so thirsty. But yeah, so I do want to give a shout out real quick to Kev, 21 Sat Street. I don't think he's in the chat, but we did buy some coffee from him. I know we gave some shout outs to him, but his coffee is really good. I'm really enjoying it. We'll be definitely placing another order. And we did pay in Satoshis because we like to keep the circular economy going. It's fantastic. I'm a French press guy. This is it right here. Okay, I know he's working on rebranding. I don't know if he's posted anything on that yet, but I can't wait to see it. And he's got a lot of great things coming down the pipe. And yeah, he's making content too. So give a shout out to Kevin. If you're not writing your strike address on a whiteboard, you're not stacking hard enough. Exactly. So funny. Jerry never confirmed how he was earning those sats on Fremont Street.
You're right.
You're right. Don't get her started. So I wanted to go over and look into Nothing and Nobody Will Ever Hurt You Again by Carl Jung. It's a 22-minute video. I didn't realize it was 22 minutes, so I'm probably not gonna watch that. But yeah, so let's see here. I wanted to go over and show that Cynthia Lummis 52-second clip in case you guys haven't. I thought it was legendary. And Pocahontas is losing her crap because she's anti-freedom. So let's go here. I'm all over the place.
There are 3 states that already allow banks to do this. One is Virginia, Wyoming, Louisiana. And after this bill passes, other states will allow it to do it. The bank permissibility language in our legislation does one thing. It simply confirms that banks can use digital assets to conduct activities that they already allow to perform by law. The US dollar is going to be digitized. It is going to be a digital asset. And so we need to integrate all of these assets into the banks that are allowed to do them to continue to do them. There are no special carve-outs. This amendment would strike 3 key provisions of the bill related to bank permissibility, portfolio margining, and netting agreements. I urge my colleagues to oppose this amendment.
I love it. We got to protect people like that. What Lummis has done for the Bitcoin space is definitely something that we shouldn't be taking lightly. It's something we should definitely not be taken advantage of because there's no guarantee that another person like her ever comes around again. And I say the same for President Trump. The people in the administration we have right now and the individuals that Trump has surrounded himself with in his cabinet, minus a few, as you guys know, Pam Bondi, some will say Kash Patel, maybe a couple other ones. But for the most part, he's learned a lot from his first term. He surrounded himself with individuals he kind of seen the way the game is being played, and so that's a testament to him and to him being vigilant. But Cynthia Lummis and what she's doing is amazing. I think that we always knew. Okay, let's backtrack. We know that ideally we would like Bitcoin to be the only currency being used. That's in a world that hopefully will be one day. But in the meantime, getting this framework passed and put into place, I believe, is extremely important, because it does help give a regulatory understanding and framework for adoption. We're seeing mass adoption already, but once this gets passed and put through, now there's no more question marks on these big institutions to really say, hey, okay, game on. Now we got framework, because everything is a liability in this world. I don't want to do this because it's a liability. I want to buy Bitcoin as a big company and transact in it and accept it, but there's no framework behind it. There's no structure. So companies are reluctant to do it because of lawsuits and things of the such. Okay? And it's easy for us to say, oh, the hell with it, just do it. But I'm not the one having to front a lawsuit that is bigger than however much money that I can even imagine. So when this framework gets put into place, we know that there's a lot of stuff in there that we don't really like or agree with. And there's stable coins, which could essentially turn into a whole nother animal. They could be utilized as like proxy for, centralized currencies and watching and regulating what we can buy and control. So at the end of the day, we, at least Bitcoiners who are able to think outside of the box, knew that we were going to get some things put into place that we knew we weren't going to like. It wasn't going to be 100% everything's Bitcoin, the hell with everything else. Come on, guys. We knew that. We knew that. And in the meantime, Bitcoin is going to run alongside the system and stable coins. And unfortunately, yes, some shit coins. But all roads lead to Bitcoin. We know this. So with the framework being put into place, I think at the end of the day, it's all a step in the right direction, because Bitcoin is, you well know, whether people like it or not, it's political. And you want to know why it's political? Because everybody talks about it. Everybody on their shows, streams, whoever, everybody's talking about the politics of Bitcoin. Why? If it doesn't matter, why is it being talked about? Well, let's leave it at that. Jenny says, Lauren, poles and no pants might be involved. Jerry's stripper name is called the Black Hammer. Fanny Packer says, Jen, fish grease too. Yes, fish grease and no shirt on. Doesn't probably work out too well. It's like cooking bacon with no shirt on. Only the true legends can do that. Grasshopper, I made it. Hey, fam. Grasshopper's in the house, guys. Grasshopper, another super mom, doing her mom things, killing it. Always much love and respect to all the Bitcoin women out there, because Bitcoin women are built different. They get it. And Bitcoin men, we're built different too. But, when the Bitcoin women come into play, when Fanny Packer says, babe, that honey to-do list is getting a little long, you need to get on it. I said, babe, absolutely. You're right. And I don't question it. I don't question it. I'm domesticated. Unfortunately, crypto shit coins are here to say, yeah, you know what? Sovereign stacker. I think it's just the nature of the beast. We're gonna have things in the space that are trash, and it's just unfortunately the way it's going to be. And I say the same about Bitcoiners. Not all Bitcoiners are Bitcoiners. I know a lot of Bitcoiners who hold other cryptos. I hate that word. And I know some Bitcoiners who only own Bitcoin, and the mindset and our thinking process and wanting to spread the love and education. Okay. So not all Bitcoiners are the same, and not everybody within the space is the same. So as this thing progresses over time, we're going to start building like these factions. And I hate to say that, but there's going to be these groups and citadels, and not on a small scale, on a bigger, larger scale of people that are just, they're doing things within the space and they believe a certain way, and these people believe a certain way. And although they may have the underlying principles, there's going to be little differences. And as this thing progresses and grows, that will happen. It's going to happen. So, and we'll change. We'll go with the flow on that. And we'll just align ourselves with our own personal values and principles, and we'll be around the people we want to be around and continue to do our mission. Thanks for the heads up, Lauren. I don't have notifications for Signal anymore, but got your message first. Wow. See, look at that. Thanks, Lauren. I appreciate that. Lauren came in and said, hey, I shot the message out and everything. And so I really appreciate Lauren doing that. So, yeah, I really appreciate that a lot. Sovereign Stacker says, Trump made Bitcoin political. Yes, he did, because it is. He said the quiet part out loud that no other person was willing to say, because it is political. But at the same time, the Bitcoin community ecosystem still continued to talk about it. So it must have been true. Otherwise, it wouldn't be such a hot talking point. But I would respectfully agree so, sir. He absolutely did blow the lid off it. Grasshopper says, hey, kiddo. Grasshopper says, hi, baby.
Oh, hello.
She's over here coloring. You don't question your woman or else. Yes, Vic. Vic knows. See, I learned very early on that I'm a man. Okay, first and foremost, I'm not a boy, I'm a man. I'm a father and a husband. But I know that I have things that I need to do in my relationship in my life. And as a man, not a boy, I've learned that when you have a good woman, when you treat her good, I promise you it comes back tenfold. I can never outdo her. It can't be undone. It's impossible. I've tried. It comes back tenfold. So always respect the ladies in your life, your kids and your sons. And if you guys don't ever hear from me ever again, I'm in a ditch somewhere. But yeah, so I think what Lummis is doing is great. I really hope it passes. We still got a road ahead of us. We still got people like Pocahontas, saying otherwise and thinking like, those people are just anti-freedom. But it's just something that we're gonna have to work with, and kind of just, I hate to say get over, but our trailblazing doesn't stop. We're gonna continue to do what we're doing and building. I do like that, the framework they put in there in regards to the devs and the builders and the code, the writers. No prosecution for them, obviously, as long as they know that what they're doing isn't going to be used for nefarious reasons. And I think that is not talked about enough. That is so important because Bitcoin being the base layer, we can now build on top, right? The foundation, and we're going to continue to build and build and build. And with the building, we're going to be able to push all these other centralized apps out, the Ubers, the Instagrams, the Facebooks, the DoorDashes. I got a guy on Primal right now who coded an app for a rideshare service, and it's for Bitcoiners. You pay in Lightning. It's all Lightning. And he's been working on it for a long time, and he just rolled it out. And if you guys go to my Primal, I'll repost his profile in there. And so he's building, and it's great. And he's sending screenshots and everything of him going around. I think he lives in Vegas. And he's picking up clients. And that's amazing, because that's a space that hasn't been tapped into yet. We have the technology. We got the people to build. We got Lightning. We're just bridging the gap. And, you know, it all starts off small. Just like, I mean, if you guys aren't on Nostr, I highly recommend you get on there and use it. And talk with other people and create connections and relationships and make stuff, sell it. And there's people selling stuff on there all the time. So, and that's a way to kind of stick it to the system, get off the centralized systems. Now, one thing I will say about X in particular, and not to rebuttal what I'm saying, but ever since X had been purchased by Elon, it was substantially better. But here's the thing. Like we talked about, there's tools in our life, things that we can use in our life, like AI, calculators, X, Nostr, okay, YouTube. We have access to all these things. But when we use these things, do you use it for what it's intended to be used for? Or do you use it just to doom scroll? Or do you use it for reasons that are just like you're just kind of filling up your time? Utilize the tools and the technology we have to the best of your ability, to your advantage, and to educate yourself and grow. There's nothing wrong with AI. There's nothing wrong with it. If they had AI in the 70s, I'll tell you what, their asses will be using it too. So utilize it as a tool to your advantage. But still critical think, you know, don't just allow it to do all the work for you. Be able to critical think, circumvent your own thoughts. I mean, that's important. Good night, peeps. Great job, Backpacker. Jenny, thank you for the zaps. I appreciate it. Give Nico love. Good night.
Tell Nico I said good night, and you have a good night, Jenny.
Wow, look at that. Look at all that love. Good night, Jen. We love you. Lauren says, good night, Jen. Lauren says, Jen, our builder, Sovereign Stacker says, our builder is going to be protected under clarity. I didn't know that. I wonder if Samurai will be freed. So to my understanding, yes, people who build, the coders, because that's what it is, it's code, right, to build, they are protected. However, if they are aware that what they are doing is to be used without a reasonable doubt for nefarious reasons or actions, then they shall absolutely be held accountable. That might not be verbatim, but that's essentially what it's saying. Now, here's the tricky thing. Somewhere within there, I did read, or I had it broken down to me, that the Samurai wallet and was it Tornado Cash, which I believe was Tornado Cash first, and then it was Samurai, because yeah, they made an example out of those guys. They are not exempt to that. Meaning, basically, what I'm trying to say is that it doesn't count for them because that's already happened pre the bill. So now that doesn't mean that Trump still can't pardon them. And I hope that if this goes through and passes, I really hope that Trump does pardon these guys. Because if there was any president that was to pardon them, it absolutely would be Donald Trump. So I hope that does come up and his cabinet brings up, because Trump doesn't just sit down in bed and go, okay, I need to pardon these guys. He doesn't have time for that. It's his cabinet's telling him these things. And so I'm hoping that gets brought up. And if anything, by Cynthia Lummis, and says, hey, give these guys a pardon. If Lummis goes to Trump and says, hey, when this passes, will you pardon these guys? I can almost guarantee you Trump's going to pardon them. Absolutely, 100%. But you guys do need to understand, from a political standpoint, we're at a very sensitive time right now. We got midterms coming up. We got the war going on. I feel like we're kind of in this interesting position where after the midterms, depending on what happens, we're going to see either warp speed action on a lot of things, or we're going to be spinning our wheels because we didn't get the votes we needed because people were too lazy to get out and vote. And then people are going to go, why? Well, what happened? I don't understand how we got here. You know, why is this happening? Why is this not passing? What's going on here? And then this is what we say. Why do you care? It's not political. So why does it matter? Well, this and that. I don't know. I told you that like how long ago? I think the issue that most people have with looking at it as a political standpoint is they look at it from a political view of a Republican and a Democrat. It's not that. It's not a Republican and a Democrat. It's people who love freedom, who love our country, and then people who just want to hold your head underwater. That's the difference. You'll have people like, Simply Shitcoin, where I've watched them for years. But I couldn't stand when they said, it's not red versus blue, it's orange versus green. Okay. But all their content is political now. I don't understand it. So it doesn't make any sense. So they walk the fence, they walk that gray area, and they don't try to go too far one way or the other. I will say though, I will give Opti in particular. Opti's a little more based than Nico. 100%. I like Opti personally. Let's see. Sovereign. Are builders going to be? I thought that Trump would have already. I thought so too, Lauren. I thought Trump would have absolutely pardoned them, but Trump has a tendency of doing things in a particular order for a reason, and sometimes we don't understand why he does things the way he does, but he does them, and there's always a plan A, B, and C, and beyond with that guy. He's a freaking machine. I still would have liked to see them along with Ross, just all of them, just boom across the board, bam, pardon, dope. That would have been sick, but unfortunately we didn't get that, and I feel like there's a reason for it, and it's beyond our privilege to know. So we'll just see where that goes. But that's enough political talk, guys. So so I plan on doing these streams more frequent in tandem with Jerry. Right now, because I like to be open and transparent with you guys, I'm using the YouTube studio version of everything, so it's really just YouTube's basic version. I see the chat on my side. I don't get it to pop up on the screen. I don't have that as of yet. I know they have OBS, which is free. I know Trent is the man in OBS, so I might be giving him a holler to try to get me set up on OBS so I can just deliver a more visually pleasing layout for you guys. But in the meantime, this is kind of what I'm working with at the moment. And so I'm just doing my best to, to bring content to you guys and to bring recorded videos, on a weekly basis to you guys. And so what do you got going on?
What are
you doing right there?
Nothing much. I'm just playing with the slime that I made.
What is that?
It's BTC slime.
Is that air dry clay?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, that's air dry clay. It's the kind of clay you don't need to like bake or something, or you just leave it out and it'll dry and harden. So it's pretty cool, and it doesn't make a big mess. So for all you parents out there, you want to get your kids some like clay, get the air dry clay because it doesn't make a huge mess. As long as it doesn't dry in your couches or something like it did over there in this corner over here that we're trying to pick out. Oh man. So I just want to say, I really appreciate you guys showing up. I appreciate all the love and support, the zaps. I appreciate you guys commenting on my videos and involving my family.
Commenting here.
And commenting on here, showing up. I mean, when I do this, I don't know who's going to show up. I press record. I'm talking, and people start showing up, and we just roll with it. One thing I want to say, and I did say earlier, was that I think all you have value, and I think all of you have the potential to create content or to send a message. And it doesn't mean you need to do it Monday through Friday or even every other week. But if you have something to say, record yourself and put it out there. I know privacy is a concern. Some people don't like to show themselves, and that's fine. But there's ways you can still do that. You can do it with a video, and you can block yourself out, and you can create content. I've seen a lot of people do that, where they create content, they don't show their faces, and privacy concerns.
Didn't Jerry used to do that for a while?
He did. Jerry did do that for a while. He did it with his gold and silver channel. But prior to that, he was doing his basketball channel.
Come say hi
And stuff. And
Yo, BTC Rover. We have BTC Rover in the house, aka George.
This is George. George right here.
George, I'm right here. George, look at me. Hi, George.
He's happy.
Hi.
He's happy. And being a dog, it's not a bad deal. Being a dog, like.
Yeah, as he licks his butt right now.
Yeah. I mean, you eat, sleep, and
Hi.
you know what. And so it's not a bad deal.
Yeah. What are we doing?
You got cats, dogs, chickens, kids. You pretty much have a farm.
Snatcher, George.
Gardening. We got our garden's going. It's still doing its thing. The weather's bipolar, so things are kind of like wanting to grow, then not want to grow because we're so dipping down low into the nights. But so that's kind of been a battle this year. So I wonder if he does it before the midterms. Lauren says, I wonder if he does it before the midterms. I don't know, man. Like, it would be interesting if he did that. That'd be pretty legendary.
They want to see it?
I think they deserve a pardon. I don't think what they did was wrong. If you guys think that what they did was wrong, let me know. But I don't think what they did was wrong. They created a tool or something to use. I mean, it's like this. It's like, it's a typical story. It's like, do guns kill people? No, dude. It's the person that shoots is the person that killed the person, not the gun. The gun didn't do anything. Right?
The fork makes the people fat.
The fork makes the people fat. The cars get into accidents. Right? No, it's humans. It's the user. It's the people. It's us. And so I don't buy it. And I think it was just them trying to make an example. But that's what I'm talking about, is they try to make an example out of people, and look what happens. We're all up in uproar about it. I can almost guarantee none of us agree with it, but look what happens. It became what? It became political. It was a political statement to go after them. Exactly, Lauren. 100%. Hit the nail right on the head. What are you looking at, baby?
She wants to show.
You want to show them? Go ahead. Make sure you put it right there. Oh, what is that? A bunch of dogs and.
I made a bunch of cats. I made a little Pac-Man one. I made a ghost. Oh, I made a Bitcoin. Hold on. I made a Bitcoin one somewhere right here. Hold on.
It's hard because it's backwards, huh?
Yeah, right here. I made one that's a ghost.
Oh.
I made a strawberry. I made one that's fat.
Is that a Pac-Man up top?
Yeah, there's a Pac-Man cat up there, and then there's also a ghost.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got really good at drawing.
Thank you.
She loves drawing. She's gotten so good at it.
Really? I don't.
She's gotten so good at
No, I
it.
don't see it in the driveway.
But yeah, Trump's meeting with G. Yeah. That's going to be interesting to see what transpires there.
I just wanted to let you know.
But the thing, guys, is that we just got to continue to grow as people. I want to end it on this. Continue to be the best version of you. In my videos, if you guys have gone back and watched my videos, they don't go in any particular order, but I did talk about self-audits. And the self-audits for me are really important because the self-audits it's really like that foundational base layer of when you wake up in the morning, you look yourself in the mirror, and instead of like being overly critical on yourself, just say, what did you do good? What have you achieved? Or I should have called my sister last week when I was thinking about her. So what are you going to do now? Are you going to call her because she popped up into your head, right? If you think about somebody, reach out to that person. If you think about that old friend that you haven't talked to in a couple of months or a couple of weeks or hell, even a couple of years, call them. Don't say I'm going to do it later. Do it now. Do it today. Today, people. she's funny. And so it's little things like that. It's little things like that. The mind is a powerful thing. You got people like Earl Nightingale, which I listen to on repeat all the time. I know Jor is a big Earl Nightingale fan. Me and him love Earl. And I can listen to him over and over again. We've lost, the FM radio, the transistor radio was such a powerful tool. Now it's forgotten. But back then, that was the way you got your news. You listened to story times and scary stories and speakers and news and all this stuff, right? Now we go to podcasts and all that, and that's great. It's technology. But those shows and a lot of those are still accessible within the archives, and we can still access them to this day. So if you want to do something fun with your kids or have a fun evening together and kind of just disconnect, sit together in the room, turn all the lights off. Okay, maybe leave one light off in the background. And turn on some old storytelling shows back from the 70s or the 60s. And they have the wind and the rain and the creaky sounds, and then they have the narration. And just disconnect and listen to them. And just immerse yourself in that moment. And when you do that, you're not only listening to a story, you're allowing yourself just to recalibrate. You're what we call kicking it old school. I got you. Kicking it old school. So, although it may be something small, and although a lot of people will dismiss it. I've talked to friends about this and stuff, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, I listen to this podcast," and they've got nothing to do with it. But it's something fun to do. With music and media, our kids have iPods, not touchscreen, iPods, original iPods, and they put music on them. It's proof of work. They go through the process. They get the music. They put the music on there. They sort the music, and then they own the media. You want to say F you to the system. That's one way to start, right? And in one of my videos, I discussed this as well that I have just put out. So that's a way to say F you to the system. Own your media, own your content. Opt out of subscription-based services that steal your time. We call them vampires. They just leech from you. They just reach from you. It was political sentiment. Is that a doll twerking on my husband's shoulder? And we got Stack and Richie in the house, guys. Stack and good evening, backpacker and all. Good evening, Richie. How are you, sir? Good seeing you. You're a busy man. You're all over the place. Every time we talk to you, you're like, "Oh, I'm going here. I'm flying there. I'm taking the train here." I'm like, does this guy ever stay still? He's all over the place.
He's like me at the Bitcoin conference.
Exactly, just like Fanny at the Bitcoin conference. I would love to have you had a GoPro and just like you're just jamming all over. You're just like ping, 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 ping,
yeah.
ping. That's amazing. I love that.
Thrown up.
Yeah. Richie made it, Lauren. Absolutely. I appreciate it. That's awesome. That's great. Yeah. So, the great innovators, the people like the Earl Nightingales and the old storytelling and stuff. It's great. Another thing we do with the kids, because you got to remember, we forget that their age. So we'll go on YouTube and we'll look up 60s and 70s, the life in the 60s and the life in the 70s, and they'll go through the mom and what they eat and cook and how the dad goes to work and stuff like that. And so they're able to kind of see the process of life then compared to life now. And although we may know it, we have to understand they don't. So when they see that, it's really cool.
Or how about we actually showed them, because they saw, to them it wasn't a big deal, but they saw, what's that guy's name? Tesla. What's his name?
Elon Musk.
There you go. Elon. Sorry, chemo brain. Elon Musk, when he launched the first spaceship, and when it came down and caught it, and then kids just thought, oh, that's normal. And I was like, whoa, let's go and show you how they used to do it. And they what did they do? They sent up their...
They sent up, so they did a countdown, and then people could go there, but they had to stand far away.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would put the camera on the rocket, and they would all count down. And then sometimes it would flip to the people who were counting down. And then as soon as the rocket went off, it went up into space. And then something fell into the water.
Yes.
It would shoot off the gate.
It would shoot off the bottom part of it, right?
It would separate, right?
Separate.
And when they came back into orbit.
And when it came back into orbit, it would have fire on it because it's going really, really fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would go into the ocean, and then people would come and pick it up.
Yeah.
And then you learned that the first to space was a dog, right? Or there was a dog that was sent to space.
R.I.P.
Dog that went to space, R.I.P. because he died. And then there was also a monkey.
Yeah.
So she gotta watch all that all that footage, which was really cool.
That's a trip, huh? Isn't it kind of cool? Yeah, it is. It is amazing. It's amazing. And you know what's going to be more amazing is the amount of stuff you're going to see. I mean, I'll be an old man. Me and Mom will be old. You know, and then one day we'll move on. But the stuff that you're going to see in your life is there's going to be some stuff that all of us never even knew we could imagine.
You're going to be like, your grandma and grandpa used to be on a show, and they used to give out sats, and they, oh my gosh, those sats are worth $7,827 million.
Yeah, they're gonna think we were crazy giving out the amount of satoshis and the donating and our little circular economy. They're gonna look at us like we were nuts.
Yeah,
that's gonna be cool though. But that's great. That's legendary. That's how legends are built. And it's not only about being a legend. It's about it's kind of like it's the revolution. You know, we're starting from a point where like these digital journals. I did a video several months back on vlogs and streaming. I like to call it the digital journal. You know, these are things that can be looked back upon in time, or even you as an adult, you'll be able to look back upon these videos and be like, oh man, look what my dad was talking about, or look what my mom was talking about. And maybe one day you'll be doing the same thing, you know, creating content or wanting to help people and telling people about your life, because not every kid lives your life, right? You live a special life, and some other kids live different lives. And so your story is unique and personal to you and important, because some kids could never live the life you're living right now. And some kids' parents never will be able to buy them satoshis or even teach them about the financial system. And they're going to be late when you're early, right? So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, huh? So,
boom.
Backpacker, doing well. Glad to see you and the fam. Yes, I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by, man. Richie says, Lauren, much appreciated, sir, for the tech support. Yeah. Oh, I have to do boom. You're right. Boom, baby.
Boom, baby.
Boom. How do we do it? Boom. So much fun. So yeah, man, I'm loving this hanging out with you guys. It's a blast. And yeah, this is the inaugural, I guess, technically, stream. You know, we're just rolling with it. Like I said, we're using YouTube Studio. We're gonna try to probably get on OSB, and so we get some more features, like some like chat pop-ups. I can probably get like QR code and you know, a banner put up here and stuff like that. But that's going to come with time. It's going to be in the works. And so I like to just be open and transparent with you guys to let you know the status of everything. I've stated in some of my videos, but just want to tell you guys, you know, where we're at. You want to tell the joke, baby?
Yeah, before we leave, can I take
You can tell a joke right now.
Okay. Why didn't the skeleton want to jump out of the helicopter?
I don't know.
Why didn't the skeleton want to jump out of the helicopter?
Because it didn't have the guts to.
Killed it. Boom! Killing it. She's gonna drop a segment. She's working on it. I know she's gonna figure something out. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but she's gonna have her own segment where we're just gonna leave her and she's gonna do her thing. Yeah, that's the look of trouble, guys. I don't know.
Do you guys see her shirt that she has on?
Oh,
Scarface.
what do you say?
What's your favorite part of the movie?
Say it loud.
Chi-Chi get the yayo.
Chi-Chi, get the yayo. For those of you, if you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
My
If you
kid,
don't,
my kids watch all the movies, guys. I know some people are like, oh, don't let your kids watch this and don't let your kids watch that. But we know in the Packer household, we're based. My kids are based. I don't raise victims.
if you don't know that, you're late.
You're late. The kids watch your stuff. It's important to introduce kids to stuff, because what happens is when you say, hey, little Johnny, don't go behind that door, and little Johnny always wants to know what's behind that door, and then one day Johnny's going to go behind that door and it's going to be bad. Instead, say, hey, Johnny, come here.
No, you say if you say, hey, little Johnny, you go through that door. You go through that door, you're gonna learn what's gonna happen.
Okay. Well, that's fair too. Because he didn't listen.
Yeah.
But we don't hide things from you guys. We introduce things to you, and we're open with you about stuff. Because here's the thing: if we're not open and honest with our kids, and we're not transparent with them, then we're doing them an injustice. Because if there's something they question or want to know, it's my job and Fanny's job to be able to properly educate and articulate it in a way that they can understand. So I think it's important that when you talk to your children, you don't talk to them like, oh, itty bitty gaga baby, unless they're a baby, but you talk to them like they're humans, adults, right? You don't set the bar here. You set the bar here, and you convey your messages with them, and you talk to them, and they'll understand it. Because kids are very resilient, and they understand things. They're little sponges.
Yeah, you can't just say like, hey, little Johnny, did you eat those Takis? Because your fingers are red, and Takis are red. Did you eat those Takis, little Johnny?
What happens if little Johnny says, no, I didn't eat them. I swear, Mom, my hands are all red. I didn't eat them.
Then you shove their fingers in their mouth and then
I think you're going to grow up a liberal then.
Oh.
Let's see. Lauren, Vic Shoots laughing. Stack and Richie laughing. Yes. Say hello to my little friend. Yes, exactly. See, Lauren knows what's up. He's watched that movie a lot of times. Spaceman at Holler. What do you call a deer with no eyes?
Meat.
Meat? Okay.
Meat on my plate? Okay.
What do you call a deer with no eyes?
No, yeah. I think it's meat.
Clueless?
Oh, wait, a ghost? A ghost?
What do you think?
Is it a ghost?
I don't know. Let me ask Eve.
Ask Eve.
I think it's meat or a ghost.
Meat or a ghost? Okay. No idea.
No
idea.
Instead of like
a no idea.
Get it?
I love it.
That's a good one.
I love it. That is a good one. You're gonna have to adopt that one.
Yeah.
She's always telling people jokes, and where she comes up with some of these, it's so funny. They get me going. She has like a new one all the time.
Yeah.
She kills it with her jokes. That's kind of like her thing. Her and Flipper, they both do that. So, but yeah. So yeah. Anyways, that's what we do with the kids. We just open and honest with them. But they watch 80s and 90s movies and stuff. And obviously we vet certain things. There's certain things they obviously can't watch. I mean, I'm not a neglectful parent, but at the same time, it's like, if there's a scene where they're smoking and drinking, it's not that big of a deal. Some parents don't allow that, but we don't see the big deal about that. And so, yeah. So, well, what do you think? You think everything went pretty good?
Yeah, I think everything went pretty smoothly for the most part. Are we going to be signing out pretty soon?
Well, Toga would like to say one of her jokes.
Come here, Toga.
Yeah, let Toga say one of her
jokes.
jokes.
You guys here.
Scoot over.
Come on.
Hi.
Hi.
Did you have a joke?
Yeah. But I have a joke for you guys. Okay. What do you call a woman that has a husband but sleeps with Santa Claus?
What do you call a woman who has a husband that sleeps with Santa Claus?
Any guesses?
I don't know, actually. I don't know this one. This must be a new one. Lauren says, well, look who it is.
Okay, do you want to give the answer?
What is it?
It's a ho 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 ho.
Right here. It's a ho 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 ho
ho ho ho ho ho. Well, there you have it. Your classic playground joke.
That was a good
If
one.
she said that in school, she'd probably get suspended, go to the principal's office.
Spaceman's laughing at it.
The Spaceman loves it, and so does Stag and Ricci. He loves it.
Thought it was
They
really
all love it. That's a good one. Ho, ho, ho. And you know the funny one? Actually, we did hear that one before, huh? You said it to the ladies. We were at the food bank.
With the church ladies.
With the church ladies. You know, older women, you know, they're like 70s, 60s, or, you know. And she told that to them. And I don't think at the time I knew actually what the response to that was. And so when she told that to them, I was kind of like, oh my God. And they thought it was the funniest thing.
Yeah, because their answer was a whore.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what they
Their
said.
answer
I was like, oh my God.
They said horror. Yeah,
Oh my God.
They did say that. They did say it. That was funny.
That's crazy.
And Flipper said, "Yeah, but what's something else that you call them?" She said, "Yeah."
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, Backpacker family here. We're going to be signing out. I just want to say thank you guys for all your support. Thank you guys for all the zaps, the love. It doesn't go unnoticed. I'm never going to see that. That's going to these guys. I mean, everything we do is going to them. And they're just going to be way ahead of their peers in the future. And there's nothing wrong with that. And you know, we're just trying to raise good, responsible women and men in this household. I'm blessed. I just want to give a shout out to my wife, Fanny Packer. She supports me in everything I do. She's an amazing person, an amazing cook, amazing wife, mother, and I love you to death.
Thank you.
I couldn't do anything without your support.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate it. And
did you tell them? Oh, George, you're funny. You're looking at the camera. Did you? So what we're doing with the kids is just want to let you guys know, with whatever money they earn and whatever money they want to put into Bitcoin of their own money, we're going to match them with it.
Yeah, that was one of my videos I posted. It's a premiere. It's not out yet, but I believe it's going to be out Saturday or Sunday. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, in order just for them to have more skin in it and then more incentive.
Yes. So I'll give it a little sneak peek of it. Basically, what's going to happen is we're matching, kind of like, you know, your work does with like a 401k or something. We're going to be matching. So if our kids want to put $5 in, we put another 5. If they want to put in a 20, we put in another 20. If they want to put in a 10 or a 15 or 7, then we're going to match it. So we might have to talk about a cap out somewhere because
$20. It goes up to $20.
I might need another. I might need another job. So, but they do like that, and that's a form of incentive. And I think that's another great thing to be able to adopt into your household with your kids or your grandchildren or nieces and nephews and stuff. And so that video will be is going to be premiering as well. So if you go to my channel, you'll be able to see there's 2 videos premiering, and then I posted one today. So and I'll be posting another one early next week. So until then, why don't spiders go to school?
Oh. I don't know why.
Why don't spiders go to school? I want to say something like or something about arachnophobia, or
They
maybe
weren't web. They weren't
something like that. I don't know. Why don't they go to school? Stack and Ricci says, love it. That's the real 401k plan. Exactly. And it's also a way to stick it to the system. Because they'll learn everything on the web. Because they learn everything on the web.
Flipper loves that one.
Oh, she loves
Oh
it.
my God, she's freaking rolling right now. She loves that one. She's gonna be typing probably underneath.
Because they learn everything on the way.
That was a good one.
And then Vic, she says school's websites were down. Yeah, exactly. That's freaking classic.
What did the one flag? What did one flag say to the other flag?
One flag, like an American flag.
Yeah. Okay.
What did one flag say to another flag? That's a good one. I don't know. I can act like I know. I got dad jokes. I mean, dad jokes aren't that good, but I think they're funny. So, why? What did they say?
Oh, it just waved.
It just waved. They
'Cause it was
waved
a
to it because it
windy
was a
day.
flag.
It just waved because it was a windy day.
That's funny. That's funny.
Good one. Good
That's
one.
hilarious.
Hey, George.
So, yeah. So it might be joke hour. I don't know. They're gonna have their little thing that they enjoy doing. So we do want to give a special shout out to Truth at Work podcast. We do it on Sundays with Trent, BTC technician, Jerry from Jerry Loves Freedom, and yours truly. We do it, like I said earlier, we let our hair down. Pastor Pizzle, we drop our stuff, current events, random things. But it all just depends on what went on during the week. And if there's anything you guys ever want to talk about in chat, you guys just let her know in the chat during the live stream, and we'll do our best to cover that. If there's some information or something we don't know about, then we'll be more than happy to cover that topic, or at least talk about it to the best of our ability. And then, so Jerry from Jerry Loves Freedom, from all the support, him continuously pushing me to being a great family member. He is part of our family. His love for the kids, his love for Fanny and all of us in whole has been an amazing thing that's transpired, and that's what I want to see within the community. I want to see you guys create these beautiful connections with other people. Obviously my channel, I appreciate all the support that you guys do for me on there. Jor 88 Sats Radio, killing it. That guy's a freaking octopus. I can't keep up with all of his content. He's just like a freaking maniac. I transpired to be like that one day, but that guy puts in a lot of work, people. And Trent, the BTC technician, killing it on his editing skills. He's killing it on his editing skills. He ran into a little dilemma. His PC has busted on him, so he's having to go out and spend a lot of Satoshis to get a new PC. And that's okay, though, because RIP to that PC and on to the next one. I told him to get an upgrade. I said, get an upgrade. Go get an Alienware. I don't know. Go spend something. It's easy for me to say it's not my money. So we'll see what he grabs. And then also, I want to give a shout out to Robin Sayer. Meeting him was fantastic, very humbling. He's doing great work. Another octopus. That guy I don't even know if he knows what sleep is. I just don't think he does. He might probably plugs himself into the wall. I don't know. He just goes nonstop, and he's killing it with Jor and Rajat and Forrest, and he's got some other things in the work at the moment that I don't know if I'm privy to say exactly, but there's some stuff in the works that you guys absolutely will know about and love. So stay tuned for that. This is a sneak peek of that. We'll see what transpires, but I'll just leave it at that. So these are all the builders and creators. This is an ecosystem we're creating as a community between Truth at Work, Jerry, Robin, my channel, Jor, BTC technician Trent killing it, Lauren Stern now jumping in the game, Kev 21 Sats jumping in the game, anybody else jumping in the game. This is the web of what we create as a community, and we're stronger together, and we all have our own. I'm not Jor, I'm not Jerry, I'm not Robin, and I'm not Trent. I'm Backpacker. This is my family, this is my kids, this is who I am. Okay? So we all have value in our own ways. We all approach things in different ways. We all have different mindsets, and we don't all agree on a lot of things. But that's what's beautiful, and that's what makes it really important and very unique. What we're building here is something that is going to go down in history, and it's only going to get bigger. I'm not stopping. I'm going to continue to create more content. So absolutely. So what did let's see. Packer, I need you to be my Jerry. Absolutely, Lauren. I'm here for any of you guys. to put that out there. If you guys all know how to get a hold of me, you guys know where to hit me out on Noster. In Signal, if you want to get a hold of me directly, you need to @backpacker, my name, to get a hold of me. I got a lot of stuff going on in the background, guys. I'm constantly building content, working constantly in the office. I'm editing videos. I'm mocking up all kinds of stuff. I'm working, being a dad. So I am very busy, but I'm never too busy for you guys. Okay, so just @me if you need to tag me in Signal. All right. Otherwise, I have to scroll through everything, and I just can't realistically read everything. So I'm constantly in the office working. Yeah, and like and subscribe, everyone. Vic Shoots, absolutely. The support is fantastic. Fanny Packer says, "Hi, Vic. How's the family?" Vic's wife's about to graduate.
Yay!
Yeah, she's be graduating. She's gonna be a social worker.
Gangster.
Yeah, she's killing it. I love that. Vic, I think that's fantastic. Really, really, please let her know that we say congratulations. That's going to be life-changing for your family. I'm sure financially it's going to be great. And from a security standpoint, from a workforce standpoint, bro, there's never enough of people in that position. You couldn't have enough. We need more of them. Highly in demand, and you can take that anywhere. So Vic, when you're ready to get out of California, if you ever do, you can take that job position anywhere. And being hired in California actually gives her an up, because California gets volume. Those guys deal with a lot of stuff. So you go to some place like Arkansas or Iowa or wherever you're going to move to, and they're going to be like, oh, you got to, this is where you went to school. You did, dude, they're going to hire her, no problem. So that's fantastic. And he's ministering to his flock as Pastor Pizzle. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I'm just doing my thing, you guys. I'm a dad. I'm backpacker. I'm a regular average Joe, but I always have time for you guys. And so I really mean it when I say, if you guys need to get in contact with me, if there's something you want to do and you're not sure how, if there's something in Bitcoin, something in mindset, something in Noster, something in building, something in anything, I'm available. I really, really mean that. I'm available. So you guys, and Fanny too. But we operate differently. If I can't get to you, if I have something going on, then I will respectfully say, hey, check it out. I can't today. Let me look at my schedule. Let me get you plugged in. Boom. We're rocking and rolling. Phone call, video chat, whatever you guys want, we'll make something work. Because what I do, I do for personal reasons for myself, but I also do it to want to help people. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do is help people. Vic Shoots, tell her congrats from the family. Yes. Fanny Packer, we love you and the family. Tell her gang gang from Fanny. Yeah. So the format of this channel, we don't have a format per se of how we're going to be delivering messages or what we're going to be talking about. It's really kind of just a live, chill stream. I'm going to get a little better at putting content together in regards to videos, news articles, things of that nature to be able to plug in. And we're going to have a little more of a structured chat, but I don't want it overly structured. I just want to be able to talk our stuff, have my girls available, have Fanny available, anonymous every once in a while, and we just kind of just talk our stuff, not overly structured. So like I said, this isn't Jerry's channel. This is Backpacker's channel. This is the Backpacker family channel. I'm not Jor. I'm not any of these guys. So everybody does great things in their own way. So but thanks for the love and support, guys. I'm just very grateful and blessed, and I look forward to doing this again. And like I said, we got the low tech BTC Fanny Packer at strike.me. Got the low I don't know, man. We might lock this in. This might just be the way it's gonna be. We're gonna hang this back there or something. I like that. I feel like it's like original. It's authentic. You know, maybe we'll like make like a permanent one. We'll like get a wood burner and burn it into a board and like put it up there or something like that. Auction it off one day. I don't know, but it's fun. So Stacky Rachie says congratulations. Yes, absolutely. And Vic Shoots, thanks guys, absolutely. That's amazing, Vic. You know, I know I keep on talking about it, but I understand how big of a deal that is. And as a family man and having your wife be able to go to school, work, take care of the kids, come home, cook meals. I mean, damn. That's why I said women. We can't keep up with the women. We try. When we're sick for a month. When they're sick for a day, and they said, okay, keep on moving on. You know, I'm like, oh, baby, I don't feel good. I'm sick. Oh, this and that. 3 weeks later, oh, I can barely move. You know, women, they're like, oh, I'm sick. Okay, well, you know, we'll keep on moving. So I'm over here. I should, you know, I don't mean to bash on guys, but, you know, we're doing our thing.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
We just talk facts. Okay?
So, anyways, Backpacker here. BTC Hodler. And until next time.
And as you guys know,
okay.
I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. This is Back.
And I'll do peace and love, guys.
Peace and love, guys.
That's funny. You're funny.